And I'm actually standing on one of the roads where a sighting happened here in Fouke, Arkansas, just to show you the distance of where the sighting occurred. It's about 40 to 50 yards, about 60 steps from where the camera is to where I'm walking towards you now. If you talk to many people around the town, few have seen the Boggy Creek Monster, but many of them believe that he's here. Fouke, Arkansas, a quiet town nestled between Shreveport and Texarkana, home to just over 800 people, and some say a monster. The elusive creature goes by many names: Bigfoot, Sasquatch, Yeti, but in Fouke, it's the Boggy Creek Monster, or simply the Fouke Monster. The earliest known sighting of the creature is said to be in 1908, but encounters are reported on nearly a weekly basis, according to locals. Tom Zorn says his first run-in with the monster was back in the 50s.
That night, 10 o'clock or so, something comes up the drive. Crunch. Crunch. By the third time he had stepped in our drive, I said, "Mama." She was on the back end of the house. She heard me. She says, "I hear it."
These footsteps draw closer and closer until Tom knows there's something right outside his house.
As he gets by the first window, I've got the pistol pointed at the second window and I can't see my hand, it's so dark. He gets to the second window, comes down with his foot, boom. As that foot hit, I fired 3 rounds. Total quietness, everything outside is silent. We're hearing no breathing, no screaming, no running, nothing.
Another encounter comes from a man who now tries to find the monster. William Lunsford says when he was a teenager walking down this very road, he saw something quite strange.
This thing is over on the side of the road, and he is squatted down, and he's got a limb in front of his face. Well, he stands up, he lifts this limb, and then he keeps standing up.
Lunsford stands frozen in fear.
And he looks at me, and he starts just wobbling. But you can see his eyes. His eyes are just as black as coals. He's sitting there like he's reading my mail. And I thought, oh my gosh. I knew what I was seeing. He sits here for a minute, he teeters, and then just that quick. In 2 steps, he was in the woods.
He eventually got the courage to come back to this location and says he knows how to engage with the monster. He says it likes to mimic the sound of rocks clapping together, and strangely enough, as I was trying to shoot part of my story, we all hear a sound similar to that in the distance. The 2 men are standing right next to the camera, which you will be able to hear. I think there's rocks clacking, dude.
I know. I mean, I'm just letting you do your thing, eh?
So the next time you happen to be in Fouke, or maybe even enjoying a nice stroll by Boggy Creek, keep your eyes peeled, and you may just spot that monster that lurks just beyond the tree line. In Fouke, Clay Osterley, KSLA News 12.